Okay, so the system which I am going to talk about is called as Ichimoku trading system. Now use this system along with your uh, concepts which you have already studied in CPT, that is support, resistance, and then RSI, divergence, whatever you have studied in the CPT, combine it along with it. Now, how do you get this particular system? So what you have to do is, you have to go to indicators. Okay, did I put this for recording? One second. Yeah, it's recorded. So click on Ichimoku Cloud in Zerodha. Now, when you click Ichimoku Cloud in Zerodha, this particular indicator would appear, okay, with all the by default settings. So it's very important you change the settings because that becomes very easy. Now, all of you make a note of this. This conversion line is nothing but in Japanese they call it as Tenken-sen. Tenken-sen. All that explanation is there in this book, which I will share it with you. A very good book on Ichimoku clouds. So first read the reading the book may be a bit boring. So first apply the settings to the chart and then observe, and then wherever you are getting a doubt you can read that. So make note of it. Conversion line is nothing but Tenken-sen, okay, and then baseline is nothing called as Kijun. So now how this line is arrived, all that read the book and understand. These are all based on the moving average. So conversion line is nothing but okay. So here conversion line. This is you in books they would have written it as Tenken sen. Tenken sen. Now, from a common layman's point of view, this will be very close to the price. This will be close to the price. Okay, this line is not important. So usually whatever the line is not important, I make it golden color or a light color. You can make it whichever color you don't like it, change it into that color. So here I'll keep that as a golden color or yellow or a green. You can actually choose whichever color you want. So let's do one thing. Let's keep this as a green color. Let's keep this as a green color, but not very important. Not very important line. Not very important. Next is baseline. This is very important. Baseline is called as Kijun. Kijun. So you can keep it like a dark color, dark black or something, because you'll be using total 4 lines here. Okay, one along with your dark or black. Then lagging span. Now lagging spans, you don't have to bother at all. Now go to the style. So here what we are doing, we are keeping our conversion line, which is not very important. We are keeping it golden color and making it bit dark. Then we'll keep the baseline, which is very important for us. We'll keep it black. And then lagging span is very important. It is called as chikun. I like dark blue color because that is the color of money. So lagging span is very important always. Okay, baseline or kijun important, lagging span very important. Okay, now this and then lagging span very important. We'll keep it blue color. Okay, I'll give you the recording because after this session you'll get confused whenever you see that. Now what you do, you ignore the yeah. So coming back to the inputs, you can actually remove this lead 1 and lead 2 lines. They basically we call it as span A and span B. Lead 1 is called as span A and lead 2 is called as span B. Lead 1 equals to span A, lead 2 equals to span B. Now this you have to see it as a whole. These two you have to see it as a whole. Combine and decode the message. Now here, very important one, I'll tell you, if lead one that is span A is less than lead 2, that means if the span A is below span B in terms of the values, it will create a dark cloud, or you call it as a red or a bearish cloud. Okay, so basically lead 1 and lead 2 are the numbers which are arrived from the price itself. In fact, all the data is arrived from the price. In that, if the lead 1 ka value is less than lead 2, it will be a dark cloud. Now lead 2, if it is then if the lead 1 is greater than lead 2, lead 1 is greater than lead 2, it will be light color cloud, light or a green cloud, it is bullish, green or a bullish. Okay, so first line you will see, change the color of the conversion line into golden color, you can do it. Okay, whichever color you like, but make sure you remember that color. Whichever is not important, I make it into gold. Then whichever is important, I make it dark. Lagging span, very important, I put my favorite color there. And then these two I remain the setting like this. You can take a screenshot of it if required and click it OK. Now you have the system ready here. Now this system, I'll give you a couple of rules which are written in the books also. Now whatever the Bharat sir taught us, he says that support is a very important line. Okay, so what he has taught us, he has taught us to draw horizontal line. So you will draw horizontal line here. But I was facing a problem always, that is whenever the price is coming to the this particular line, the support line, should I buy or sell? That was my confusion. But what he told, in the bullish market, make sure you always buy at the support line. Okay, that is a correct rule. But the problem is after buying it, if it goes down, it's a human tendency that we will not book losses, we'll try to add more. So that was one of the biggest problem which I was facing. The second problem which I was facing is I used to buy the share here. But when it goes up here, I would be adding more share because textbook definition says that if you are in a profit, keep adding more shares, add it. But then when the price comes down, you'll not know. One second, I'll just close the screen. Otherwise, something is happening in the market. That's the reason I'm constantly getting this alerts. I use extensively Ninja Trader. Yes to all. Okay, not have that issue. Okay, now we'll not have that. So here, now what Bharat sir said, you take a support here, you will sell it. I mean, you try selling at a higher rate. We call it as a pullback. Okay, now, but this system helped me to solve that problem. And so most of you whom I've selected for the training, all of you prefer to trade in cash market. You want a small regular income. That is the reason I'm suggesting you. It's not like a big money making machine, but it will help you to make regularly small profits. Okay, now, okay, coming back to the important, my eyes are all sticking onto Nifty because Nifty is dancing very well. Okay, now coming back to the point here. Now, so when do we buy it? When do we buy using this particular system? First thing, like I told you, the cloud color, if it is bearish, it is red color. Like if you are, it's not visible, I'll make it bit red for you. Okay, you can select the lead one. Sorry, this. Go to the colors here and make it bit red. See here, this is bearish cloud, and then you can make this green. and then it will be by default green. You can make it bit green. Okay. Now, when do we buy it? Rule number one, whenever you want to buy above the green cloud. Even if you are drawing a support line and price is below the cloud, leave it, because you have more than 150 good stocks if you add it to your list. Plus you have two commodities and two good currencies to one good currency to trade in India. So around roughly you have something 158 stocks. Then why the hell do you want to go and buy this particular stock when it is below the cloud? The rule number one, if you want to buy any particular stock or a share, make sure the price is above the cloud. Now, the second rule that you have to keep in mind, that is this blue color line, what we call Chiku span, or a lagging, what do you call lagging span, or a Chiku span. It's also called as Chiku span. Okay, I don't know how to spell Chiku span. I think it's Chiku span. Remember, the Chiku span should also be above the price. So the first rule, the price should be above the cloud, and the price should be above, the Chiku should be above the price. Got it? See here. The price came, Nifty price came here to 13,000. Price went above. And here you can see the price was also above, the Chiku was also above the price. So here what you could have done is, if you are trading in cash market, you could have purchased Nifty base by buying here and keeping this particular place as a stop loss. So if you would have lost, how much you would have lost? You would have lost around 35 paisa you would have lost on a Nifty base, and you could have taken a long position here when the Chiku was above the price and the price was above the cloud, and added and make sure that price is also above the black color line, which is nothing but Kijun, or what you call as a conversion line. So if these three conditions are met, take a trade. So you would have bought here at 13,000, 13,020 level, and look, it went to 13,078. You would have made 50 points on Nifty futures. That will translate into 3,500. Your loss would have been something like around below the cloud, another 40 points. But these are high probability trades. If you win, you will win 7 times. If you lose, you will lose 3 times. Now let us come to the current day, because there's no point in talking about too much about the past. Now the first indicator market was bearish. That is when the price came below this black line. Remember, this black line is called Kijun, which is a longer term moving average of 26 period. Matlab, it's not exactly moving average, it's an average of the midpoint. Now, when this line gets broken, things are not really good with the market. So today morning, this line got broken around 10:23, and then you had this the not so important line cutting it down. So that was a good indication. Remember, the not so important line, which is a replication of the price coming below the Kijun line, this is also a kind of weakness. So you can add it along with your price action concepts. Like if you are using RSI or something, you can use it. But I swear by this. This and price action. I don't use much of RSI or anything. Then where did we get the second entry? The second entry came here. If you see, the price started cutting the, see here at this point, this particular blue line, this is a line which will always be behind the price. So this blue line, what we call chicken span, that started cutting the price. So probably here you could have taken a trade, but I'm a very conservative man. So I will take a trade here at 13,037 level. Okay, 13,037 level pay. I would have taken a trade, because that is when basically the cloud was broken and all this. Now comes a question, where do we book the profit? Here you need to use the VWAP, because you need to use the VWAP to book a profit. Book a profit, you can use the VWAP. So we were looking at Nifty ka VWAP level of yesterday. So I think probably we may be coming down to something like around 12,926 or a 930 level. So somewhere here around in the price action 953 level, you can book a profit if you have taken a short somewhere here around 13,020 level. Now make sure you keep this as your stop loss. Keep the Kijun as a stop loss. In case if the price goes above the Kijun, then you will see some profit booking. So Kijun will be your trailing stop loss. Kijun is the black color line. So Kijun is the black color line. So right now when I took a short here, assuming I took a short somewhere here around 13,000 when it broke the cloud, and somewhere here if you have taken a short somewhere here around 13,030 or 13,040, this will be your stop loss. As the price keeps coming down, Kijun will keep coming down. Use it as a stop loss. Now, this has got around 70% accuracy, but the conditions needs to be met. And I'll also tell you very important thing. Very thick clouds, these are the strong supports. This kind of a thin clouds, these are weak supports. Now here, if you see the cloud is getting formed in advance, this is a thick cloud, so I'm very sure 13,074 will act like a resistance. So if I miss out shorting here, in case if the price goes to 13,074 and still if the price Chiku is below this particular price level, then I can take a second shot over there, keeping something like again keeping Kijun as my stop loss. Kijun in a sense, this black color line will be somewhere here. You can keep that and trade it. Right now, it's also showing a dark cloud here, which is indicating weakness in the market. So this is all about how to use it. So if you're a positional trader, how you do it, I'll show you that. For example, Asian Paints. So put a 1 hour chart here. Like in Zerodha, put all the templates. Like I have created this 1C template. Okay. And then uh, like I don't like the what do you call that lines behind the grid lines. I don't like it, so I remove that. So here what you do, put a 1 hour, set it as 1 hour, and make it around Asian Paints. So Asian Paints, okay, now this is a very important thing. If the cloud is continuously creating like this sideways market, there may be a strong chances that you may get some false trade, so trade in small quantity there. So right now, if someone asks, sir, should I buy Asian Paints? I will tell Asian Paints below the cloud. Below the cloud, it is bearish. Second thing, it is below the black color line. So a high risk trader can always take a short here by keeping something like around 2,211 as a stop loss. Somewhere here you can keep it like using the same price action concept, and he can take a short because it's indicating clear weakness. Now, what would be the target? The target would be again your price action, the previous cloud where it got 2084. So, but this trade I will not take because it's a sideways. Like I trade purely in the cash market. So I'll show you Pidilite. Pidilite is showing Pidilite also the same scenario here. See here. If you see the Pidilite, broke the black line, not so good sign. This not important line is also coming down. Price is also cutting the thing. So instead of buying Pidilite, I will either short the Pidilite or I will. Now where can the Pidilite come and the support value? Support value, it can come down to 15,031. Remember, this is a 1 hour chart. In 1 hour chart, you'll get 30-40 points. That's it, or 100 points for every 1,000 rupees. So look at the daily chart. Now daily Pidilite was a good buy here when it broke here. See here, it broke the level here, 1439. This particular line. This remember this line is and this line is representing this one, the blue one. So here you can see the price broke the cloud, the price broke the Kijun, which this went up. So around 1452 level, you could have taken a trade. Okay, this you can use it for multiple time frames, but I use for Nifty, USD INR, and Reliance when it comes to intraday trading. Now PNG, this is where I got a good trade. See here, it broke 5,331 levels, and it got a kicker around in the price, and it is currently moving to 6,400. I saw it on a hourly chart. In hourly chart, I got okay. Now since I touched upon it, I'll tell you one more thing. This was the breakout. I missed it. Now, but if I look at the cloud, it is a rising cloud. See here. So what I do, when the price comes back to the cloud, I use it as a support. Like Bharat sir taught us something called as change of moving average. We use it for identifying as a support and resistance. So here, this is your moving average. So when the cloud is also acting similar to that, when the price came near to the cloud or near here, you buy it and you can still hold on. Now, is it the time to sell? No. And one more thing, now if this Kijun line becomes very, very flat, there is always a strong chances price will come down and then take a kicker there. So watch out that also. So the best way to learn this technique is put on this chart on your trading screen, watch it for 1.5 month, trade with small one quantity, two quantity, three quantity shares, put a stop loss. It's not like this is a perfect system. See here, orders, GTT, I put ICICI Prudential, I bought it at 442 level, 433 is my stop loss, 486 is my target. 486, how I arrived at the previous cloud. Okay, so here if I take see here around 410 was one good entry for me, and then second time when it almost came to this level around here somewhere here it got a kicker here, and then the price also started moving above the cloud. Sorry, on a daily. 1 second. Yeah, see here. Here, wait for Kijun also to go above the line, and if the price moves up, it can go up to 500. It can go up to the previous cloud area. The previous cloud area is around 486. Okay, so here when this line got cut, I took an entry in this thing. What do you call ICICI here somewhere around 442? I took an entry. Then it went to 460. If you are looking for a quick profit, book profit. Like booking profit is also very important. Like that's what I do these days. Like see here, Procter and Gamble, I had bought around 5 shares, around 583. Yesterday at 4,300, I sold the 3, and I'm just holding the 2. Nifty Bees, I took it when it kissed the Kijun. That was during that here. See here. If you see the daily chart, the Zerodha. Okay, go here. Daily chart. So here, somewhere here, the market was going up, and then here, see here, when the price, not this year, a couple of days back, I taken it. Somewhere here around what was the level? 12,700 I had taken it. Somewhere here, okay, in hourly chart, you get it in hourly, not daily. Hourly chart, mein, somewhere here around it touched the cloud somewhere here around where was that? This is November now. Somewhere here somewhere was it a 15-minute? I think it was on a 15-minute chart. I believe I had taken a trade there when it almost cut the cloud, and I took that. So use it and manage the risk management. You do that like Hindalco, for example. If you look at Hindalco, see here, the price broke here, the cloud also broke here. around 220 level. So I went and took Hindalco around 221, 222 level, and then it went to 230. I sold some, and I'm just holding some quantity here. Then you keep getting it. Exide also, that was the symptoms. Exide, I had suggested around 169 in that group, like-minded traders group. Now that was also based on a daily. See here, somewhere here it broke, and then the price also broke, and now it's going up around 168 level. I had suggested it, but don't worry, it's looks pretty bullish here because the clouds are moving sideways. Okay, clouds are moving sideways, but then looking at the overall price action, it's making a higher lows. So probably we may see around 190, 200 level for Exide. Okay, if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. We have another 7 minutes. If the lines gets disconnected, I will re-log in and get it done. Yes. Any questions you want to ask me on the system? Any questions?
Sir, I joined
Current
in
year.
the question.
Yeah, Shrikant.
Uh, Thank you, guys. Sir, my question to you is when we see this cloud, which is bigger in the size and then it is shrinking in its size,
Uh,
does it give a sign of losing its momentum in the price?
Okay, welcome back. Back
it
to the
can be.
cloud.
It will
So
be a
the
more of
patient
an
is writing how to
indication of
do
a
a write-up.
breakout. Okay, breakout.
Um,
Like for example,
I hope everybody is there. I'm audible.
one more meeting
Yes,
is
Prabhu,
going.
you are audible.
Okay.
Hey, once again, that's Chabra.
The purpose of this training is to provide financial information, actual transaction monitoring, and
Okay. Karan is attending one more training there parallelly. Huh. So here, what happened was like you have a thick cloud here, right? So thick cloud gets created when the price makes a extreme range because this span A is again average of the 52 period high and low, and span B is again the average of a 26 period high and low. I think it's other way around. So when the market makes a very wider move, there will be a bigger cloud. And then once the cloud gets broken, like if a big cloud gets broken, and then the rally will be very, very big because that means the resistance is getting broken. Like in the peak on the higher level, if you see a bigger cloud, okay, in the higher level, if you see a bigger cloud somewhere here, that means it's a strong resistance. So how I play, if the price goes, touches it, comes down, then I like to take a shot keeping this as my stop loss. In case if the price is inside the cloud, I will not do anything because it can take any direction. Once the price breaks out of the cloud, then it is a pure bullish. Keep the what do you call edge of the cloud or somewhere Kijun as a stop loss and trade with it. Kijun is a very, very good indicator. Same thing you can apply for gold also. It works extremely well on gold. Gold, USD INR. I'll show you for USD INR. USD INR, I use a 15 minutes chart. I use a 15 minutes chart on USD INR. See, uh, see, this was a big cloud here. So it got rejected at 74.24, and then you see the prices started coming down. Now, this particular cloud, which is a bearish cloud, this will act like a resistance. So make sure when it is going near the cloud to short it. Like I told, don't take any trade when the price is within the cloud. So here the price went inside the cloud, got rejected, coming out because both of them are highly red. One second, you can't see the price within that. So see here, it went inside the cloud and then it is coming. But right now the price is below the Kijun, 74.33. So once it again rejects it, I think we will be heading towards downside. That's my view on it. But again, you can use price action. Like I told you, and moreover, see this blue color line, which is a very important line. If it cuts the price down, and if the price comes below the cloud, then I will be more confident to take a short position. See, this particularly the line is above the cloud. Blue line is above the price. Price is below the Kijun, the black line. So right now, both of them are giving you mixed signal, and price is inside the cloud. Price comes below the cloud. This particular line cuts the price, and then probably we may see a downside there. So read the book, you'll get a lot of clarity, because to understand this line only, you'll have to read 30-40 pages, which I tried explaining you exactly in 35 minutes. Now you need to watch that in the market. If the line gets disconnected, I will reschedule one. I'll take a quick questions after that. Okay, I'll try to reschedule one more. I think in 2 minutes the line may get disconnected. Yes.
Sir, recording, sir, please.
Which one? Yeah, it's already recorded, sir. Because I knew most of you are busy with the work,
Okay,
so
okay.
I'm sharing with you, and also I'll share a book. Read
10
that
minutes
book. It's a
late.
fantastic
Go
book.
through it, sir.
So all of if you
Sure,
have any
sir.
questions on the lines, I'll take it on the lines.
Okay.
Anything that you guys want to ask me? This system can be a very bad system in a sideways market. This system can be very bad in a sideways market. So that you need to figure it out. So usually what I do, I consider this system only when there is a good trend, preceding trend. Now the prices are falling. I will use this to short new position. I go with the trend. Once it makes the bottom, then I will look at accumulating. That is how I had identified a good trade in ONGC. See here, ONGC was continuously falling. Okay, now after falling, look at what is happening here in the ONGC. It's trying to break the cloud. The what do you call this blue line? The Chiku span is also crossing above. So probably you can take a long position in ONGC by keeping 10 rupees stop loss, because if it moves higher, it can again go back to something like around 106 level. So for a 10 rupee, you can get 26 rupees. Okay, and this also, here also see, when the market made a drastic low, and when it cut the black line, you can take a long position here for keeping the cloud as a stop line. So above the black line, it is buy. Below the black line, it is sell. What is the black line? Black line is nothing but your baseline. Baseline is nothing but Kijun, so which I'm calling here as a black color line. Okay. Yeah. Okay. You have any questions? Friends, you have any questions?
Nothing as yet, sir. Let's practice this.
Yeah, practice it. Combine it with the price action. Okay. Santosh,
Sir,
clear?
Ayappa sir, Vinan here.
Yeah, Vinan.
Uh,
Yes,